Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. So this past week I acquired some tin bars, just 100% tin. Now the problem with pouring pure tin is that tin has a tendency to disintegrate over a long period of time. If it ever goes below, I think 60 degrees Fahrenheit, right? Not crazy temperatures, right? But over the long period of temperatures below that, tin will change into its non-metallic form. Tin is in the same family as carbon, and it will change its structure into a hard, brittle, non-metallic tin. Basically kind of like diamond, but with tin atoms instead of carbon, which is very hard and brittle, and also a much lower density than metal, so it will squeeze its way out. And once that process gets started, it completely disintegrates. In fact, some religions used to think that was the work of Satan, because a lot of church instruments would completely disintegrate. So what you need to do is add other metals, especially ones not in the same family as tin, right? So I think tin and lead alloys would still have the same problem. Tin and bismuth would avoid that, because the bismuth atoms would break the crystal structures that it was trying to form. So these bars are actually 90% tin and 10% bismuth. I tried it with 2% first. The problem is that it will shrink a lot once it sits in the mold. Tin shrinks when it freezes, bismuth expands. So adding 10% bismuth actually helps smooth it out quite a bit. Otherwise you get this dent in the middle. And I like it so much that I've given it a little bit of a nickname. I call it 22 karat tin now. Now, in contrast, here's some 24 karat bismuth. As you can see, it bulges its way out, right? It's impossible to get anything smooth out of that. Now, the problem is that the demographics of the art show that I'm selling to, tin is quite a bit more expensive than bismuth. It's about 15 bucks a pound, and that's only if you buy like 100 pounds at one time, right? If you buy smaller amounts, it's even worse. And bismuth is only $6.50 a pound, and you only have to buy 50 pounds of it at one time. And so I'm thinking there's another alloy that is 58% bismuth and only 42% tin, which would be a lot more in the affordable range for the kind of art consignment shops and shows that I sell at. And that alloy has an interesting property of having a very low melting point, right? And so we'll have to see. I'm just curious of how much the volume changes when it freezes, right? So that would be more like a 10 karat tin, right? Although it'd be really interesting, because decades from now, the bismuth in this bar might be worth more than the tin, right? Wouldn't it be interesting if you had 18 karat gold and suddenly the other stuff being added to the gold was worth more than the gold itself, right? Maybe it was palladium or platinum, right? Then that could happen. With silver, it might happen as well, right?